Hello. Good morning, all of you. Hello. 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 Good morning, all of you. Today our topic is Henry Fayol 14 Principle from Unit 1. Henry Fayol 14 Principle from Unit 1. Henry Fayol is a famous expert and scientist. He gathered the information from working under the different companies and he gave the 14 principle to simplify the work, uh, to do the work effectively and efficient manner to complete the work within the time. He observing in his companies, that means in his companies he gave the 14 principle to simplify the work. Already he gave the definition for the management. Management is nothing but he gave the managerial functions like forecasting, planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. And also he identify the 6 type of activities to be accomplished in every industrial organization. That is the technical functions, and also he identify the those are activities. About these activities he also giving the 14 principles to simplify the work, to do the work effectively and efficient manner. Those 14 principles are: he is the Henry Fayol. He is the author of 14 principles of management. Henry Fayol. He is a scientist. He is the famous scientist. To simplify the work, he gave the 14 principles. By easily we learn the 14 principle. We have the 14 principles. The course DADUCUSSROISEE. That means D means division of work, A means authority and responsibility, D means discipline, unity of centralization and decentralization, unity of direction, scalar chain, and stability of tenure, remuneration, order, initiation, subordination of individual interest to the general interest, equity, and spirit of the crops. So that means Henry Fayol following these principles to simplify the work in those organizations. మన వాయిస్ వినిపిస్తుందా మీకు?
ఓకే మేడం. ఓకే ఓకే మేడం. అందరికి నేమ్ చేంజ్ చేసుకోమని చెప్పండి మేడం.
ఏమా
నేమ్ చేంజ్ చేసుకోమన్నారు కదా ఐడిలో.
ఓకే ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ టైం లేదు కాబట్టి నేను క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ చేసేస్తాను. ఓకే. And about this, he identified this 14 principles. First one is the division of work. Why? That means division of work means this principle is suggests that total work should be subdivided into the small work. That means the work is divided. Please silence. The work is divided among the members of the group based on the employee skills and knowledge. That means it also provides an opportunity to specialize in different problems in the area. See that pictures? The principles suggest that total work should be subdivided into the small parts. So it is easy to the work to complete the work within the time, because he is the expert on the particular field. He have the expert on the particular skill. That means each part of the work should be allocated who is the expert in the part of the work. That means he lead the specialization. He less wastage. That means he know how to handle the equipments and how to do the work in those organization. Why? Because at the starting, the supervisor or specialist divide the work according to those skills and knowledge, so that he know how to do the work in the organization, how to handle the equipments, so that it is the advantages to the companies. That means he is less wastage. How he is less wastage means he know how to uses of raw materials, how to handle the equipments at the time of the working area. He is the specialist in the particular field, so he do complete the work within the time. He giving the quality of the products, and also it's reduce the risk. That means breakdown of the equipments, breakdown of the emissions. Why? Because he is the expert on the particular area, he is the expert on the particular field, so that automatically it's reduce the risk, like breakdown of the equipments. So by using this division of work, it is the opportunity, it is a provide the opportunity to specialize in the different problems of the area. The next principle of the Henry Fayol is authority and responsibility. Here, authority means it refers to the right or power to giving orders. That means authority means power to take the decision. Authority means power to take the decisions, and also responsibility means it means obedience to complete the assigned job on time. That means authority comes from official and personal factors. That means official authority comes from managers positions. Generally, in any organization who are giving the suggestion.
బాగా క్లాస్ ఇంట్లో ఏంది మాట్లాడతారు.
Venkatesh, please silent ma. Keep silence.
మేడం
If you
నేను
have
కాదు
any
మేడం,
doubt,
మ్యూట్ లో పెట్టుకున్నా మేడం.
okay, there are other persons. Okay, please mute your mute చేయండి అమ్మా మీ videos ని. Sorry, audios ni. Please mute your audios. Okay. So generally, other who are giving the authority, that means who are giving the suggestions, that means who are giving the assign the work from in any organization is the manager. That means authority comes from officials and personal factors. That means official authority comes from manager's position. So personal authority comes from qualities like intelligence, experience, moral worth, and past services. Authority without responsibility result is irresponsible behavior. Responsibility without authority makes people ineffective. So both must be together. Authority and responsibilities must be together. The manager giving the guidelines, the manager assign the work to those employees. That means it is an authority. At the same time, it is also responsibility to assign the work to those workers, to those employees. At the same time, the employees also behave it. It is our responsibility to complete the work within the time. So, these principles, the work complete the within the time, the do the work effectively and efficiently from employee side and manager side. The next principle is the discipline. That means discipline means both employer and employee should respect each other by observing the rules. So both are giving the respect to each other by like employer or employee, both are giving the both should be respect each other by observing the rules, like so that time the employer giving the respect to the employee, at the same time employee giving the respect to the employee, so that time so they are having the good coordination among these peoples and complete the work within the time. That means discipline is obedience and application and energy, that means behavior and respect shown by employees. It is the two types of disciplines are there, like self-imposed discipline, that means it comes from the individual. Self-imposed discipline, that means it comes from the individual. And command discipline, it comes from some authority like managers, like CEOs, like who are having the first position in those organization. Like it comes from the some authority and expressed through rules and regulations and customs. That means all the personal servicing in the organization should be disciplined. All the personal servicing in organization is discipline. So that means discipline is nothing but it is the both the employer and employee should giving the respect each other. So the time the work completed within the time, there is no disputes among these employees and employers, so that the work is completed within the time. And the next principle is unity of command. So that is generally an employee should receive the instruction from only one superior. Like in any organization, the employee that means the employee should be receive the instruction from only one superior. That means the superior assign the work. The superior assign the work to those employees, so that unity of those all persons are followed. Those superiors rules, the superiors authority or superior orders. So here we observe the pictures. So only one superior assign the work to those employees. Like here, red circle indicates the superior, and the green circle indicates the employee. So that is the right approach. That means one superior assign the work to those employees. That means employee receive the instruction from only one superior. That is the right approach. Here see the second picture. Two superiors are there. So the green spots indicates employees. So the instruction, the green spots, that means the employee, those are taking the instruction from two superiors. That means it indicates misunderstanding and conflicts and disputes among those people. That is not right approach. That means unity of command is nothing but an employee should receive an instruction from only one superior. So that means the person should get order or instruction from only one superior. In that time, the work going on the smooth way. There is no misunderstanding and disputes among those employees and employers. That means an individual cannot borrow the two bosses in the same time. For example, having the two bosses, they are taking the instruction from the two persons at the time. They are having some misunderstanding among those employees and among those employees. That means this leads to the confusion and misunderstanding and conflicts among these persons. That is the one of the principle. So that is the right approach is only one superior. That means only one employee should be receive the instruction from only one superior. Should be, that is the right approach. This one is the right approach in the unity of command. Next one is unity of direction. Next one is fifth one is unity of direction. Generally, unity of direction means where the objectives are similar, the action plans should be similar. In other words, the similar activities should be grouped together. That means placed under one manager and there should be one action plans. Here's the picture, the group of people. That means each group of activity with the same objective must plan. That means unity of command talk about the reporting relationship of the personnel at all levels. That means unity of direction talks about functioning of organizing in terms of group of activities. Who are giving the direction here means generally the manager giving the direction to those employees. The group of people who are working under those superiors or under the managers, those are follow the directions of those managers. That means those are group of people. Those are follow the directions of the manager. That means unity of direction means that the objectives are similar. The action plans also should be similar. In other words, similar activities should be grouped together. That means it placed under the one manager. Here, the arrow above the person is one manager, and there should be one action plan. The employees are followed those action plans, and that means what the manager giving the instruction to this person. That means unity of direction. Without unity of those are not followed this direction, those are not complete the work within the time. The next one is remuneration. Remuneration is also influence on the employees to complete the work. Remuneration is nothing but wage and salaries must be paid and bring out the best possible commitment in the employees to achieve the organization goals. If organization giving the good remuneration, good wages to those employees, that means if he is doing the work effectively and efficiently, that means the organization offers the good wages, good salaries to those employees. In that time, the employee motivated to do work effectively and efficiently. That means remuneration of employees should be fair and reasonable and satisfactory. That means it should be provide the maximum satisfaction to employees and employees. If you are satisfied, employees in those organizations, those are trying to give it the best. Those are trying to do the work effectively and efficiently managed. For example, in other words, another organization not giving the good wages or good salaries to those employees. So in that time, the employees not fulfill those needs at the time. Those are not interested to do the work in those organizations. That means he having some dissatisfaction. That means it leads to the increasing the employees tenure. Employee tenure. For example, the organization giving the good remuneration. If he he satisfy his needs, he is free from burden. He is doing the work effectively and efficiently manner. So it provides the maximum satisfaction among the employees and employers. Are you understand? Venkatesh? And next one. అర్థమవుతుందా మీకు?
ఓకే మేడం.
If you have any doubts, you ask ma. Okay, ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి.
Okay.
So general Henry Fayol, why those are giving the principles, that means to complete the work in time, to do the work effectively and efficient manner by using this principle in those organizations. ఈ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ని యూజ్ చేసి వర్క్ ఎఫెక్టివ్లీ గా ఎఫిషియెంట్ గా చేయడం కోసం ఇతను డిఫరెంట్ కంపెనీస్ లో వర్క్ చేసి అతని ఓన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ తో వర్క్ సింప్లిఫై అవ్వాలి అంటే, విత్ ఇన్ ది టైమ్ లో వర్క్ కంప్లీట్ అవ్వాలంటే, గోల్ రీచ్ అవ్వాలంటే అని చెప్పేసి ఈ 14 ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ అనేవి ఇచ్చారమ్మా. బై యూజింగ్ దిస్ 14 ప్రిన్సిపల్స్, అంటే ఏదైనా ఆర్గనైజేషన్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ అయ్యి ఈ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ని యూజ్ చేయడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే వాళ్ళు అనుకున్న టైంలో వర్క్ అనేది కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారు విత్ ఇన్ ది టైంలో. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ centralization and decentralization. That means centralization and decentralization. So everything which goes to increase the importance of the subordinates rules is decentralization, and that is the decentralization. That means everything which goes to increase the importance of subordinates, increase the importance of subordinates rule is decentralization. So generally it is a large organizations having the decentralization. That means it is increase the importance that could having the number of branches, so that the instruction taking from subordinates, everything which is goes increasing the importance of the subordinates rules is decentralization. So centralization means everything is goes decreases decrease the importance of the subordinates. That is centralization. That means only one person giving the instruction to those employees. That is decentralization. Generally, it is small firms follow the decentralization. We are observing only one person in small organization, only one person giving the instructions, only one person giving the rules and regulation to those employees. That is centralization. Only small organization follow this centralization. In large organizations, those are having the number of subordinates, those are having number of branches are there. That means in this, they are giving the importance to the subordinates. In centralization, they are giving the importance to the only one manager. That means one manager giving the direction to the employees. But in large firms, the series of intermediates are required. Its degree varies to the characteristics of manager, his moral worth, and reliability of his subordinates and conditions of the business. That is centralization and decentralization. That means centralization and decentralization is also increasing the efficiency of the employees. Once if you have follow the rules and regulations from one person in the centralization, that means there is no disputes in among these employees. And next, that means authority is said to be centralized when decision making power are retained to the top level. That means degree of centralization and decentralization is determined by the needs of the company. Next one is scalar chain. That means it indicates how the authority flows from top level to the bottom level. That means the scalar chain is indicate how the authority flow from. That means how the indicate how the authority flows from top to bottom. Here top level is A. A is the top level and G is the lower level. The information flows from top to bottom. That is scalar chain. A to G, A to B, B to G, G to D, D to E, E to F, F to G. The information flows from top to bottom. That means there should be a scalar chain of authority and of communication ranging from the highest to the lowest level. That means top level to the bottom level. That means each communication going up or coming down must be flow through the each position in the line authority. Follow the line. That means the information flows from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G. In other hand, A to L, L to M, M to N, N to O, O to P, P to Q. That means Wells also suggests the concept of that is nothing but gang flash. That is the bridge. Gang flash. That means it suggested that the scalar chain can be short circulated in special cases. That means when rigid following of the scalar chain can get determine the organization. That means finally scalar chain is nothing but it indicate the how the authority, how the rules or regulations came from. That means flow from top level to the bottom level. That means highest level to the lowest level. In this picture, who is the highest level? Who is the highest level person in this picture? A. And lowest person picture is G. That means the information flows from highest level to the lowest level. So that is information flows from one person to the another person. That is the scalar chain. Next one is order. Next one is order. That means keeping the right man or right thing in the right place. Keeping the order is nothing but keeping the right man or right thing in the right place. That means principle relate to the arrangement of things and people. So the picture. That means the things are arranged in the order way. The things are arranged in the order at the same time. Generally in our house, the things are arranged in the right way. So the time it is easy to identify where the things are there. At the same time in the organization, at the same time, see that picture. At the same time in the organization, the peoples are also arranged. In the same time, the peoples also arranged. That means keeping the right man or right thing in the keeping the right man in the right place. Here, first picture, keeping the right man in the right place. Second picture, keeping the right thing into the right place. So that what is the use? That means the principle related to the arrangement of things and people, they should be planned for everything and everything should be in the place. We can easily understand where it is. Likewise, right man should be in the right place. Right man should be in the right place regarding those skills, regarding those knowledge. And then bigger organization is very difficult to order, to arrange the people or to arrange the things in those organization. So it is according to arrange the things or peoples in order way. That means it indicates to work is very simplified. You know where the peoples are there according those skills and according those knowledge. Same time where the things are there. So it is simplify the work. It is the simplify the work. It is to simplify the work. So that is the 10th principles of the Henry Fayol. And next one is equity. Next one is equity. So, what is equity? Equity means it implies that the dealing with the people should be so fair. All are equal. All are equal in those organizations. That means the organization giving the importance to all employees in the same way. So that means in the employees' mind, in the employees' behavior, okay, the management giving the importance, all are equal here. So there is no discrimination here. So that the employees are doing the work or more and more. They are putting the effects and more. Why? Because the organization giving the importance, all are equal. So equity means, that means it implies that dealing with the employees should be fair. So that means the higher authority or the manager are giving the importance, all are equal in those organizations. Dealing with the employees, and also they are taking the, if you have any organization having that trouble in that time, those are discussing with those employees, we are placing this trouble. If you are giving the any advice, that means here what we notice that the employees, the employer, that means the manager or the higher authority giving the importance to all employees in those organizations. So that taking the decision if you are having any problem. That means here we notice that the organization giving the importance to all employees, giving the importance to the all employees. That means equity. That means it implies that dealing with the employees should be so far and so open that they will be reinforce the commitment to the organization. That means be kind and face them. That means here we can observing the two pictures. Equality is different from equity. Equality is different from equity. Here we are observing they're having conducting the match, that is football match or cricket match. In this, they're having the three boxes here. The persons are standing in three boxes. But first person visible is clear. He is visible clearly saw the pitch, match. Second one's also clear, but third person is not visible the match. But that means there was not giving the equity. That means equality is on the three boxes. But in the second picture, they are giving the boxes to the who are not observing, who are not visible the match. So that means the three persons also observing the match. The three persons also view the match. That means it is a combination of justice and kindness. That means equity means it is a combination of justice and kindness. Equality is different from equity. That means equity in treatment and behavior is liked by everyone. That means the superior giving the importance to who are working those organizations. They are giving the importance to all employees in ethical manner, equity manner. That means it's bringing the loyalty to the organization in the employee's mind. That means the organization giving the importance to all persons, all workers. There is no discrimination. So that in the mind of the employees, it brings the loyalty, it brings the good opinion about those organization. That means it applications requires the good sense and experience and good nature. And next one is stability of tenure. Stability of tenure of personnel. That means the syndicate avoiding the frequent transfer of the employees before they settle their job. Once an employee is selected in the organization, at the same time the organization providing the training program, but sometimes the employees not doing the work effectively in that time, at the time the organization not remove those employees, not that means remove is nothing but tenure those employees in those organization. That means it is drawback to those organization only. But why? Because it's also allocating the new person and providing training. It takes the long time. It takes the long time. That means no employee should be removed within the short time. No employee removed within the short time. That means there should be responsibility and security of job. That means unnecessary turnover is bad for the organization. Tenure means layoff. అంటే వాళ్ళ జాబ్ లో నుంచి తీసేయటం. జనరల్ గా ఒక ఎంప్లాయీ సెలెక్ట్ అయిన తర్వాత ఎక్కువ టైం వర్క్ చేయడానికి ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇవ్వాలి ఆర్గనైజేషన్. ఒకవేళ ఒక 2 months కి 1 month కి టర్న్ ఆఫ్ చేస్తే ఇట్ ఈస్ ద బ్యాడ్ mark to those organization. It should be at the same time we are the organization providing the fee. Okay, it's a security job. In that time, the employees put the effects in why? Because he is in the security job, he having some feeling. So unnecessary turnover is bad for the organization. That means stability in tenure is important to get employee accomplishing new work and success in doing well. Stability is also very important. So tenure, layoffs of the employees, it is not good for the organization. And next one is initiative. It's also very important in any organization. That means the staff should be encouraged to show initiative within the limit of authority and discipline. That means managers should encourage their subordinate. That means the manager should encourage their subordinate to take initiative within the limits of authority and discipline. Those are asking the suggestion. Those are asking some suggestion those employee. That means initiative is concerned with thinking out and execution of the plan. That means it's the encourage. It is a new zeal or new energy providing those employees. That means they are doing the work more and more in the organization. So initiative is very important principle. Next, the 14th one is decomposition means team spirit. That means team spirit is also very important. Without team spirit, they're not doing the work effective and efficient. That means without team spirit is nothing but union of strength. This is the principles of union of strength. That means teamwork. That means implying that there is unity of strength. That is unity of strength. That means the manager must encourage teamwork among his employees. Spirit T-Crops means teamwork. The manager encourage those employees to develop the teamwork, to coordinate among those employees. Without coordination of these employees, they are not doing the work effective and efficient. If you are doing the any work or any project, teamwork is very important. That means coordination is very important. That means every employee in the organization must consider him as a part of team, and try to achieve the team goal, because team contribution is always better than individual contribution. So team contribution is always better than the individual contributions. The manager must encourage to develop the teamwork among those employees. That means those are conducting the meetings, those are conducting the sessions, and those are developing the communication among those employees. That means it leads to developing the teamwork. It is also help to the organization to achieve the goals within the time, to complete the work within the time, to do the work effectively and efficiently. So by following these principles, the work completed within the time. The organization also reach the goals within the time by using these principles. Okay, today you have any doubts? Today class you have any doubts? Today class you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Tabitha,
Ma'am, ma'am.
you have any doubts from this class?
No, ma'am.
Henry Coyle principles. Are you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you have
Yes,
any doubts, you can ask me, ma.
Okay.
మేడం
చెప్పమ్మా వెంకటేష్ చెప్పు.
మేడం సెంట్రలైజేషన్
సెంట్రలైజేషన్ అడగండి.
వినపడలేదు మేడం.
Centralization is nothing but the authority is said to be centralized. That means only one person. Centralization means small organization లో ఎవరైతే మేనేజర్ ఉంటారో ఓన్లీ వన్ పర్సనే కదా సెంట్రలైజేషన్ లో. those are giving the importance only manager. That means manager is taking the decision. ఓకేనా. సెంట్రలైజేషన్ అంటే స్మాల్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ లోనే ఒక్క పర్సన్ మాత్రమే, లైక్ వన్ మేనేజర్ మాత్రమే హీ గేవ్ ద డెసిషన్ టు దోస్ ఎంప్లాయీస్. ఓకే, హీ గివ్ ద డెసిషన్ టు దోస్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ అంటే ఒక్కళ్ళ మాత్రమే డైరెక్షన్ ఇస్తారు, ఒకళ్ళు మాత్రమే డెసిషన్ తీసుకుంటారు. దాన్ని సెంట్రలైజేషన్ అంటారమ్మా. ఓకే, దట్ మీన్స్ అథారిటీ ఇస్ సెడ్ టు బి సెంట్రలైజ్డ్ when డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ పవర్ ఈ రిటైన్ ఎట్ ది టాప్ లెవెల్. ఒక్క పర్సన్ మాత్రమే అథారిటీ ఉంటాడు, డెసిషన్స్ అనేవి తీసుకుంటారు. ఓకేనా. బట్ డిసెంట్రలైజేషన్ అంటే దట్ మీన్స్ దోస్ ఆర్ గివింగ్ ద ఇంపార్టెన్స్ టు ది సబార్డినేట్స్. those are giving the importance to the subordinates. జనరల్ గా లార్జ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ లో డిసెంట్రలైజేషన్ అనేది ఉంటుందమ్మా. ఎందుకంటే పెద్ద ఆర్గనైజేషన్ లో డిఫరెంట్ బ్రాంచెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా. అలాగే ప్రొడక్షన్ అని, వేజ్ అండ్ సాలరీ అని, హ్యూమన్ రిసోర్స్ బ్రాంచెస్ అని ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. డిఫరెంట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. ఇన్ దట్ టైమ్ దోస్ ఆర్ గివింగ్ ద ఇంపార్టెన్స్ టు ది సబార్డినేట్స్ కి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది అక్కడ. అదే సెంట్రలైజేషన్ అనే వాళ్ళు ఓన్లీ టాప్ లెవెల్ మాత్రమే డెసిషన్ తీసుకుంటారు. ఎందుకంటే వై? బికాస్ ఇట్స్ ఏ స్మాల్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్. జనరల్లీ ద టాప్ లెవెల్ పర్సన్స్ టేకింగ్ ద డెసిషన్స్ అండ్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ద అథారిటీ. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ ద సెంట్రలైజేషన్. Decentralization అనేది that means centralization means that is decreasing the importance of the subordinates. Decentralization means increase the importance of the subordinates. ఓకే, సెంట్రలైజేషన్ అంటే స్మాల్ పర్సన్, ఒక పర్సనే టాప్ లెవెల్ మాత్రమే డెసిషన్స్ అనేవి తీసుకుంటారు. డిసెంట్రలైజేషన్ అనేది లార్జ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ సబార్డినేట్స్ డెసిషన్స్ తీసుకోవడానికి సబార్డినేషన్స్ కూడా ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే మేడం.
ఓకే, యు హావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్? ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? Okay, ma. So next class we are discussing already we are discussing functions of the management and Henry File 14.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow I will discuss with new topic. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma. And Venkatesh.
హలో మేడం. మేడం చెప్పండి మేడం.
1 minute.
ఓకే.
అబ్బాయి ఇది స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసి నాకు పంపించండి.
తీసాను మ్యామ్ నేను.
ఓకే ఓకే తబిత నాకు సెండ్ చేయమ్మా.
ఓకే.
మీ స్క్రీన్ మొత్తం కనిపిస్తుందా? ఐ మీన్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్. ఓకే. ఆర్ యు అండర్స్టాండింగ్?
హలో
వెంకటేష్.
ప్రెజెంట్ కోసం మేడం స్క్రీన్ షాట్.
అవునమ్మా
ఓకే మేడం.
పంపించండి నాకు.
తీసిందంట.
పంపామా
అబ్బాయి
మీకు?
తీసిందంట మేడం.
ఓకే 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 మా. సో యు విల్ టుమారో క్లాసెస్. ఓకే
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
You have any doubts? You have any doubts from this class? Is it okay?
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
మేడం.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.